welcome to my studio. This is a card that we're going to be working on today. There are several elements that we're going to do to put this card today. We're going to do some embossing, there is die cutting, stamping, and then the double layered ribbon. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you're going to need is some card base. This is in Flirty Flamingo and it measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then you're going to need a piece of Whisper White cardstock that measures 3 1/2 by 5. And that's just going to fit on top of there. Okay. So I'm going to set the cardstock off to the side and we're going to work with the Whisper White cardstock. The first thing that we're going to do is emboss the jar. And for those that don't know what embossing is, it's taking a powder-like substance like this, and we're going to heat it up, and we're going to set the jar, so to speak. So, the materials you're going to need are your stamp. We're going to use Versamark Watermark stamp pad. You're going to need your heat tool, and Stampin' Up! Has the heat tools. And you're going to need what is called an embossing buddy. And what an embossing buddy is, it eliminates the static off of your project. So when you put the powder down, you're not going to have powder everywhere. You're going to kind of have it where you want it. And I also got a spoon to help with spreading the powder around where it needs to be. So the first thing we're going to do is take our embossing buddy and we're just going to go over the project like this. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and stamp our image on the project. And it's going to feel really sticky. And the reason for that is it's going to make the powder stick to the image. So I'm going to slide this over just a little bit and line this all up. Now I don't know if you'll see it on camera or not, the image, but I can see it. If you can see that or not, probably not, but my image is actually right here. Okay, so now we're going to take the silver powder, we're going to unscrew the lid, and then you're just going to take your spoon and you're just going to lightly spread this around your image like so. And yeah, you're going to make a mess. If I don't make a mess, I didn't do it right. Okay. Now, with that being said, I'm going to scoop it up. I'm going to put it all back in with a couple taps. There's our image. Isn't that cool? Very neat. Okay, now I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning up. Get that out of the way. Because this stuff is, and I'm sorry, I don't want it. Okay. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and flip this over. Okay, there we go. All right. It's better to be kind of clean about this than have the little dust everywhere. Okay. Now I'm going to look at my image and kind of make sure I got all the spaces, which I believe I did. And now I'm going to take my heat tool. I'm going to turn it on high and I'm going to give it just a few seconds to heat up. And then just starting at one corner, we're going to melt the powder. And it just takes just a few minutes, a few seconds to get it started. And what I'm watching for is the powder literally turning into a solid line. Like that. Okay. Now, this is going to have a texture to it, so you can actually rub your finger around it and you can feel it raised up off the paper. Like so. So isn't that just the neatest thing? Okay, so I don't get powder everywhere, I'm going to shut the lid. And we're going to set that stuff off to the side. We're done with embossing. And now what we're going to do is build our bouquet of flowers. And what I started out doing is I have a few die cuts, but in the background I just stamped flowers directly up here and built the bouquet is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to be using several different colors. And I'm sorry, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. The first thing I need to do before I even put my flowers in is put water in the jar. So I'm going to get out my water stamp, like so. And I'm going to use the color Pool Party. And we ink this up, because all flowers need water. I am horrible at growing flowers. I don't know what I've done wrong, but I kill them. My husband, on the other hand, has a green thumb. He can grow anything, but I can't. I'm terrible at it. Okay, we got water in there, so I'm going to set Pool Party aside. Now let's build our bouquet. The colors, I am using several different colors. So I'm going to use Peekaboo Peach, Flirty Flamingo, Sweet Sugar Plum, Dapper Denim, and Cucumber Crush. Okay. And all I'm going to do is start with my little stamp. And I'm sorry, the stamp set we are using is the Jars of Love stamp set. So, and all these stamps are in that stamp set. So I'm just going to start by just randomly placing flowers. And then I'm going to get out my Stampin'. This is my Stampin' Scrub. What Stampin' Scrub is, it's actually a cleaning pad for your stamps. So you're not running to a sink to clean off your stamps and then running back to your craft room. This actually comes with a spray bottle. This is a neat thing. I'll just show this to you. This is a Stampin' cleaner, and it opens up. Mine broke. I've had it for so long. But it opens up like this, and you have a wet side and a dry side. And you can clean your stamp on one side and then dry it on the other. Again, it eliminates running to a sink, cleaning off your stamps, running all the way back to your craft room, that sort of thing. If you just started out stamping, it's one of those things you better have. I like it anyway. But a few weeks ago, my cat got in here and knocked it off and broke it, and needless to say, she's no longer in here. She's outside. Okay. Let's go ahead and stamp some using Dapper Denim. The colors I am using, except for Pool Party, come from our 2016 to 2018 in colors, and they are so pretty. I absolutely love them. And Cucumber Crush is also an in color, but it will be retired June of 2017. So I hope they keep it. I use it a lot. That's not exactly what I wanted to do, but okay. Okay, now that I got my bouquet full of flowers, I am going to go ahead and take and just kind of get some leaves in there. Okay, that looks like a mess. Okay, I'm done doing that. Now I'm going to, I went ahead and ran these through the Big Shot to cut these out. These are our little, I'm going to say stand-up flowers. And I'm going to take some dimensionals and I'm going to cut the dimensionals down. Excuse me. So, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these down. Okay. A full dimensional could be on the back of this one, but I'm trying to use up every little bit of my dimensionals. That one might have to be cut in half for that teeny tiny a little bitty flower. He's so cute. This stamp set this was my favorite stamp set. Okay. So now we're going to take off the back of the dimensional and just start. You can place them anywhere you want. But it gives it a little bit of dimension. It makes the bouquet look fuller. We'll put that one over here. Like that. And there's our bouquet of flowers with our jar. And the last thing we need to stamp, and that's the sentiment. And I'm using the sentiment Hello. And I'm going to stamp it in, what is this? Sweet Sugar Plum. Just going to stamp down here in the corner. Like so. Okay. Now I'm going to really quick put my stamp pad away because knowing me, before I know it, I will have ink everywhere. So just give me a second. Okay, now we need to put together our ribbon. Okay, I have 2 pieces of ribbon. This is the Sweet Sugar Plum ruched ribbon, and this is our lace trim that we have now. And both pieces measure approximately 10 inches because we're going to wrap it around the card. So I've got it down here, but when we wrap it, it's actually going to be on the inside too. You're going to have to use Tombow or a liquid glue to hold it in place because of the thickness when we put it together. So, all right, to get it together, I'm going to be using some glue dots to start with. And it just helps me get the ribbon set. So about every couple inches or so, I'm going to plop down a glue dot. Oh. Sometimes the glue dots stick to your fingers, like so. Okay. And they don't necessarily have to be flat. Okay. And now we're going to take our lace trim ribbon and we're just going to lay it directly on top and then press down. Like so. Okay. Now I like to look for any I guess spaces, and I'm just going to add another glue dot kind of between them. Okay. Kind of like that. Okay. Now the first thing I want to do is go ahead and place my card because I kind of want to get an idea about where this ribbon's gonna go. So I'm going to go ahead and nail this down. I'm going to actually put it towards the top of the card, or put the Whisper White cardstock towards the top, because I need the room down here for my ribbon. So the next thing I'm going to do, it's going to go just like that. And I had a problem with it sticking, so I'm just going to go ahead and run Tombow. Oh, what's... Sometimes, there we go. There we go. Ooh, that's way too much. Oops. Okay, we can work with this. When you have too much adhesive, sometimes you just got to get a little messy. Okay. Okay. It's going to set there. Okay. You're thinking, oh my gosh, she's making the biggest mess. But actually, you can clean up this with a really nifty tool. Okay, so we adhere this down to the back of the card. And you can use Tombow. I did add an extra couple glue dots underneath. So we are ready to go there. Oh, there we go. There was just a clump of glue in there. I will clean this all up. We have what is called an adhesive eraser. And after your glue is dry, you can take this, and I'll show you what it looks like. And you can erase the glue, if that makes sense. So, okay. But anyway, with Tombow, you gotta let it dry. But anyway, there's our card. And here's the first one. Semi-simple to make. I love the embossing jar because it just brings that jar out. So, everybody, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.